I mean, you can poke the seeds out. That's fine. It's gonna be. It works really easy. You'll see. It's gonna come right off. You could try it with your hands. Do baking soda.
The baking soda's already in here.
Baking soda's in what?
In this tub that I made.
Oh, okay, that'll work. You can do it like that. And then get a blue sponge.
No.
One of these blue sponges, it'll work. Hi, everybody. All right, tonight, it's a big class. We are gonna be doing, talking about utensils, kitchen utensils, what's the best pot to use, for what ingredients. We're gonna go over all of that. Different knives, I have all my knives over there. Look, they're all set up. I'm gonna bring you right over. Look at all my knives. Those are all my knives and what I use them for. And yes, I use every one, and I am super particular of which knives I use. Hi, Kimberly. Do I have a whisk? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's, I think they're all in the wash. So we're gonna talk about the different kinds of knives there are and all that kind of fun stuff. It's gonna be an interesting night. Hi, Russell. Janet. All right, let's see. So let me get you guys here. And then, ask away. If you're new here and you've never been here, I will yap all night with you and we'll talk about everything and really go over stuff. So it's going to be an informative sort of class. But I'll let you guys choose. Do you have the baking soda there, honey?
Yeah.
Where is it?
In my cup.
Oh, where's the rest of it? Do you have any more?
Yeah.
Can you get it for me?
Yep.
So I wanted to show you.
Using a couple of our lemons.
That's all right. Just leave me one. All right, so let's get started. I think we'll start with, hey Jordan, nice to see you guys. All right, thank you. I'm just cleaning one of my knives. Hey Vaginers, thanks for my heart.
My knife.
What? You put it in the sink.
And then you removed it.
Did not touch it.
It's
All right.
hidden.
You put it there. All right, so I am looking at right now, greetings from Shanghai. Hello, Tara. You're very busy. So this knife is what we call carbon steel. And actually, it's probably, I don't even know, very, very old knife. And it wasn't cared for very properly. Hey, Ernie, how's it going? So I'm going to see if I can do this live on here with you guys. I don't know if it's gonna work because carbon steel is probably in a kitchen. It's got the best. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take some care with this. It's not gonna work tonight. But this knife was handmade by somebody. Don't know who, but this is a handmade knife. But when you get a carbon steel knife, they probably are the best knife. They hold their, this has like a beveled edge. I don't know if you guys can see that if I turn it this way, but it's got a beveled edge. It's very weighted. It's a fabulous knife. I love this knife if I'm cutting what we 50 years ago. Yeah, I know, right? It's, hey Robin, it needs some love and care. I might have to, I don't want to, but I might have to use some stainless steel on this, like a scrubby or something, which is a big fat no-no. But it's been sitting in a drawer. I wanted to take it out. I have another one somewhere, but I think I have it at work. But carbon steel knives they hold their edge the best. They're very easy to work with. They have a very good precision cutting. This happens to be a very thick knife, and for me, it's not my most favorite one. My other one is at, let me get my cutting board. My other one is at work, and I love that one a little bit more. But if you can see this, I'm going to show you from a side angle. There's no room. If you could see this, yeah, it's sort of rust, but it's just been stained because I didn't care for it very properly. But if you watch this, if I'm cutting, you see how my knuckles are hitting the board. It's not the best stainless carbon steel knife. Like I would like to have this a little more offset. See, when you hold a regular chef's knife, you have room to cut where you're not gonna hit the board the same way. You see that divot? See how that is? So anyway, let's go over actual knives. Carbon steel, one of them. Fabulous. If you have an opportunity to get a carbon steel or work with one, they happen to be fabulous. And ergonomic design, yeah. But they have to be cared for very, very well. And clearly this was not cared for. I think this was given to me by somebody. I don't know how I got it in my knife collection, but I just wanted to show it to you. And it weighs, I'm gonna show you, it weighs quite a bit. Sometimes I like a heavy weighted knife, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I like lighter. This might be almost a half a pound. It's a 9.5 ounce knife. That's pretty heavy. And it's very well balanced. Not that I can hold my finger here, but it is pretty balanced in terms of like cutting. I'm a little bit of a knife freak, as you will soon find out. Okay, so let's talk about chef knives. I'm gonna show you my chef knife collection. So I like 8-inch chef knives or less because I have little tiny hands and they get very tired cutting a lot. So this particular knife is about, I think this is longer. This one is, this is 7, so this one's about 8. So this is an 8-inch chef. This is as high as I go. I don't really like the 8-inch chef. The only thing that I use this for, we got to beat last night. I think we ended at 225. Yes. And a lot of shares. We've got to share. That really helps our algorithm. So this chef knife I use for slicing meats, roasts, turkeys, I get in there. And this is what we call forged steel. So it goes all the way around. So your knife goes all the way into the blade. We love that. You have a nice handle that kind of fits well in your hand. These are Henkel's. These knives you're gonna find in my kitchen essentials. I have used 2 German company knives that are my favorite, Wustorf and Henkel's. The reason I use Henkel's and I switch to them is because their world headquarters, well, they're German, but this side of the world's headquarters is based about a half an hour from me. So, challenge accepted. So I love these knives. They're equally wonderful knives, Wustorf or Henkel, doesn't matter, great knives, but I love these knives. I really only use this slicing roast beef, maybe cutting salmon, cutting pieces of salmon. We'll talk about filet in a minute. So this is what we call a classic 8-inch chef. The next one, which is probably my 2 favorite knives that I use most, are these 2. And they are obviously both stainless steel. They're both 7 inches, and the shape of the knife is called Sectora. Sectora, is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't use it. And then there's something called a gourmet, Sentoco knife. And then in here, this, you see that? They're called gourmet. I don't know, like they're little divots, gourmet things. Now what that does, it's very cool. Let me see if I have a potato. If I have a potato, I can try. Oh, I do. He's a little old, but that might make it even better. So when you cut a potato sometimes, Sakura, yeah. When you cut, but these little divots are called gourmet, something like that. These little divots. What that does is it creates an air pocket what you're cutting. And they are and it releases the food off of your knife. So when you cut, it just pops off. Sometimes when you cut a potato on a regular knife, it kind of forms a suction and it's hard to get off. Hi, beautiful copper. So that just creates that air pocket and it pops the food off a lot easier. Now you can see it's no effort. I keep my knives very sharp. It's no effort to cut with these knives. These two knives are my ultimate favorite knives to work with. I interchange them all the time. I love them both. I find no difference to them. And I just love them. So these are my two favorite. This one weighs a little bit more than the other. I'm into the weights of knives. I can't help it. This one's 6.9. And this one's 5.5 ounces. Now, also, both are forged steel. Do you see the difference in thickness here? Look at that. Can you see that? You can see those different forged, and you can see why this one weighs a little bit less. Now, sometimes when my hands are tired and I have a lot to do, same thickness, different weight, right? And I have a lot to do. I don't like using a heavy knife because my hands get very tired after years and years of cutting. So I like to use a lighter knife, this size. I love the shape. You can get into what you're cutting. So these are my chef knives. Now, also, when I am, here's one thing. Did you see my knife almost chopped? Can you show, yep, I'm gonna show you how to sharpen them. Yep, I'm going to. Yes, Lady Boss, for sure. So a couple of things, and we're gonna talk about safety again. If a knife is falling off the counter, you let it drop. You jump back and let it fall to the ground, right? Never cut in bare feet. Always have, closed-toed shoes on. But if you're cutting and you drop and your knife starts to fall, do not try and catch your knife. How late are you? You're about 8 minutes. 8 minutes, you got to go to the back of the classroom. You're fine, Marina. Don't worry. So these are my chef knives. Now, I also have these, what I call throwaways. These are like kitchen rat knives. They're great if I don't really, if I'm cutting butternut squash and I don't want to dull my knives, I'll hack away at this. You'll see they're a little bit, look, they're sharp, but they're not that sharp. You got to push them in. These are great for throwaway knives. They're not really common in restaurants. They're fine. They're just cheap knives. These are like $17. But, a regular good knife can be anywhere from $69 to, I don't even know, to $300. They range in all different prices. Now, if you go to my Kitchen Essentials page in the link in my bio, I have like a set of your 3 basic knives. Because if you love to cook, thank you, Jen, for my DJ classes. Thank you. I can't see it in this dark because I'm trying to watch the copy. Thank you so much. So, you'll find that I have my 3. Oh, thank you. Hey, listen, Mr. DJ. Okay, so you want to keep these, you want to keep them sharp, and we're going to talk about how to sharpen them in a minute. All right, next. So you saw those. Now there's 2 other sort of chef knives that I want to talk about. And I love these for different reasons, and we're going to go over that. You guys are so cute. Thank you, Amy. All right, let me see. Amy, I'm going to push you guys back over here so I can see the comments. All right. I need mine out for sharp. Oh, you send yours? Oh, yeah. I have, my knife guy lives around the corner, so I'm able to deal with that a lot. Here's another one of my favorites. Look, it's another small centaur knife, that Japanese sort of this shape, and it has the rivets. This is super light, and I love this for small vegetables. If I'm cutting scallion, I just got some Hessler knives. I don't know that name, but if you love them, that's great. This is like a 3-ounce knife, and it's great for the little things. If I want to chop parsley, it's just hygiene. It's a very light knife, but it's very sharp. It does a great job. I love it. Do you need it right away? No, you do not. But as you get to know your knives and kind of practice on things, you will start to see, oh, I like this better, I like that better. And, and if you like to cut fine things, this is great for parsley, small little potatoes, if I'm cutting dainty things. Thank you, Amy, for my level ups. That's what you would use, a smaller version of this, you see? Very similar. Yeah, we got to get to C4 today. Is that the plan? So now my next two other sort of, I call them prep and slim knives. They're a 6-inch and a 6.5. They're closed. You can't see the forged steel, but Henkel knives I think are pretty much forged steel. I like these because it's just a softer it's just a softer handle. I love these for the little work. This is what we call a prep knife with a fine edge. This is a razor. Yeah, these are all Henkels that we're talking about. So every one of these so far has been a Henkel, really. I don't know if this one is. I don't remember where. This might be this one might be Wurstorf. I don't remember. It's not labeled, so I don't know. But these are all, the ones I'm showing you now are all Henkels. So this is a 5.5. And this is very good if you're looking for accuracy. If you want that fine cut, it minces garlic really well, minces all kinds of vegetables well. Shallots, small pieces of meat if you're dicing or slicing. It's a wonderful knife, very light. Very, very light. It's 5.5 inch. I love this knife. Another favorite of mine. I use it often. Yeah, it's like less than 3 ounces, 2.7. Now this one is also the same kind of thing. This is what we call a slim chef knife, and this is also a 6-inch. This does like chopping, dicing. Again, everything this will do, but if you're looking to do something small, let me see if I have, oh, here. I don't really know if I want to dice potatoes with it, but if you're really looking to do something small and you want to work quickly, I find that this knife is fabulous for dicing and getting in there. I love this, like, you see how it's like a shorter edge? Love that. Makes me excited. I love real kitchen tools. Thank you, Tyler. See, look, and it makes these beautiful cuts. Look at that. Such precision, really nice. So it does a good job. It cuts very, very well. Now, if you're doing anything with like boneless fish, if you want to cut, actually, these knives are both great if you're into sushi and you're looking for something very, very, I mean, did I learn about my knives in Saudi Arabia? Maybe. I mean, you have to learn knives and knife skills in your class, but I mean, just by shopping for a knife, oh, I want to cut this, or I need a good boning knife or something like that. I really, I learned by doing a little research and just over the years buying different knives, trying them. That's what I'm looking for. So these knives, do you need these knives right away? No, but if you're really into being a home cook and you love cooking and you're certainly starting to take some of my classes and stuff, good evening, Nadine, how are you? You really want to invest in great knives. Hey, Eric, thanks for that heart. So, Tyler, my tiny little tinies. Weight and how the grip fits your hand. This one's a nice grip. I like this because it's a smooth edge and it's got that divot, so you're holding your hand here and you're kind of grasping it. I'm left-handed. And the weight on this is probably, I'm going to say it's about a little over 3 ounces. Yeah, it's 3.9, almost 4. Yes, deboning knives are great. I'm going to show you those in a minute. All right, so that's these knives. Now, obviously, for me, the 3 essential knives in any kitchen. Hold on, I want to show you. I want to see if I can find. My other one disappears and shows up again. Hold on, give me 1 second. I want to see if I can find my very favorite. Oh, is this it? It kind of disappears and reappears at will. Hold, let me just see. I thought I took it out. Okay. I don't see it, but these would be all considered paring knives, right? They're all different. They have different uses, sort of, but not really. But these are what I call a paring knife. Now, I use these for all different things. This one actually is my favorite. It's about, what is it about? Yeah, it's a 4-inch knife, and it's gonna weigh almost nothing. Yeah, it's like 2 ounces. Now this is great, right? Because this is essential in the kitchen. You know, you want to have a good paring knife. When you have a good paring knife, everything works. So to me, the knives you need in your kitchen are a chef knife, a paring knife. You know, if you want to get a bigger chef knife, you can. You know, these would be my, you know, chef knife. These, you know, if you want to start getting fancy, you use this for carving. Oh, you mean for flowers? Yes, I can see that, of course. Yeah, I'm going to show you another one that I love too that I think you would probably use for carving. But this is going to get through, you know, you can really, you know, if you're paying attention, which I'm not right now, but you can just skin things so easily. I can tell when people use my knives in this house. My eyes start to roll to the back of my head. Somebody's been using this knife for something they should not be. I can feel it. Okay, I can feel it. So this is a good time to show you. In between, every time you use a knife, you also, if you're gonna invest in knives, how often do you sharpen your knives? For me, I sharpen them probably every 2 weeks. These in my kit. So Henkel knives, if you are cooking every day and cutting every day with knives, every 2 weeks they should be sharpened. And then each time you pick up your knife after you're done, nobody's allowed in your kitchen, you have to use a steel. Now, a lot of people have this misconception that a steel sharpens your knife, but it does not do that. What it does is it hones the knife. It straightens the tiny, tiny little micro edge. So it will give the feeling that it's been sharpened, but all it's doing is just straightening that edge to make it cut cleaner in between sharpening. Now, I'm gonna show you, as I wiped the edge, you see that little tiny black line right there? Can you guys see that? Let me see oh, there it is. You see that? Little tiny, tiny edge. That's the micro metal of the knife. So when you do that, you wanna rinse it and just give it a wipe so you don't get all that micro metal when you cut your food, right? So, hey June. So now when I cut this, did you see how much better that just cut? Now it didn't sharpen the knife, it just straightened the edge. So now I know somebody cut plastic with this knife or stuck it through a package. Drives me bonkers. That's why I hide this knife, and sometimes I forget where I put it. But did you see the difference? So it does a very nice job cutting fine things. Hey, Tyler. So, they're gonna get caught. There's only 2 people in here that could be possibly doing it. My dad's sharpener. So so it can peel an apple now. Like, it just, I just honed that edge. I mean, it's not cutting as nice as I'd like to see it, so somebody messed with it. But, you know, that's what you're using it for, things like that. Did I miss a lot? No, we're just talking about knives. I know you, we're just talking about knives. We went over chef knives. I use a Viper for cutting plastic bags. I don't know what that is, but it sounds better than using my paring knife. Set a goal. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can set the goal. 60 tiny, oh, you want me to set the goal of 60 tiny dinies? All right, hold on. I like that you tell me what I'm supposed to set. That's a lot easier for me. Oh, I found them so easy. Set as a goal. Oh, look how easy that was. Yeah, can you do that from now on? I need that. That was like the easiest possible thing to do. Did it work? Yes, perfect. All right. 60 tiny tinies. Am I supposed to make the dinosaur noise? And I think if you do like 3 or 4 at a time and it keeps the chat rolling, it will work. Ooh, some of our recent viewers haven't joined the fan club. We could try setting heart maze as the goal. Yeah, if you've not been here before and you like to gift or support your peeps or your favorite creators, drop a heart me. If you don't, it's okay too. We'll still love you. So I like paring knives. This is my favorite. You really want to have a paring knife. You want to have some sort of chef knife. 8-inch, 10-inch, 6-inch. This one happens to be a 7. And this one is 8. This is an 8-inch. And this one is, my autocorrect is messed up. That's right. And this one, D, welcome. You're going to love it here. These are Henkel's. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You know, one time I was messing around with these knives and I was showing somebody how sharp they were. A new employee when I had my own kitchen. And I took a piece of paper. I was like, listen, you don't know how sharp this knife is. Don't mess around with knives. Look at how sharp. And I went to cut the paper and I cut right through my thumb. So I don't do that nonsense anymore. So just be careful with your knives. All right. So let me put these over here. We're going to go through a couple more. This is another little, it was ridiculous, Deanna. I deserved to get hurt because I was being ridiculous. Let me put these in here. All right. So here, this is another wonderful little knife that you don't need unless you're like that's okay. Unless you're like a knife freak like me and you're really into cutting things. It's not a necessity. I'm just showing you for the fun of it. This is a 5-inch, what we call a 5-inch utility knife. It cuts cheese, breads, little rolls, little cheeses, tough skins. If you have like, oh here, I have the perfect thing this will cut. This is the Toscano olio sausage. Please don't use your good knives. If you start to invest in good knives, please get a pair of kitchen scissors. They usually come in the knife blocks. It drives me crazy when my crew at work cuts. How do you sharpen your knives? We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna show you. I don't have it. I used to have a dime. I used to have 3 things. Now I only have 1. I've gotten lazy in my old age, but look how easy this is. Look how nice that does it. And then we're gonna just cut right down the edge and watch how easy it is. I know we're struggling, right? You're using your steak knives in your drawer and you can't get this stuff off. Don't do that. So this is a fun knife to have. It definitely gets the job done. But I want to show you, always peel the sausage off. And look how easy this cuts. Watch, you guys can see that, right? Is this a good angle for you? Where's everyone from? Yay! Okay, watch. So we're gonna just cut this nice and thin. Now, as I get down to the wood, because this is serrated, I wanna be careful how hard I hit the bottom because I don't wanna pick up any wood on the serrated edge, but isn't that beautiful? Look how easy that is. You know, sometimes when you're using one of these knives, it's a little bit harder and it's gonna dull your knife. Oh, really? That sounds great. Look, Chris said factory to table. That would have been fun. Colorado, Maryland, Wisconsin. All right, see, it's a little bit harder and you're gonna dull this knife. So to be able to cut with this tiny little utility knife, look how fun that is. I just cut straight into my board. And you can get that nice thin cut, right? If you're Hasselbacking potatoes, yeah, you could do that too. Yes, a nice thin cut, it does that too. I mean, you can get right in there. Look at that. G-Town, look. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, hi, oh. How do you know when to use serrated knife versus a regular one? So you just have to know. So for this serrated knife, we're using it for exactly what you just saw me do. It's small things like this, hard to cut things, maybe sausage, like if you want to cut through sausage, you're cutting through bread, baguettes, even, this is going to sound interesting to you guys. Let me show you my other serrated knife that I've had for years and years. It's kind of done and tired, but it was one of my first knives that I bought when I was in cooking school, and it's just done, it's dead. But this is a tomato knife. Is this real Italian or eat Italian? Is it real Italian? I mean, I'm not sure what that means, but today we're not really cooking. We're just looking at equipment. This is our Q&A sort of night. Chef, I sent you the link. Oh, thank you. All right. So look, this is a tomato knife. You kind of like poke through the skin and then you're able to cut. But this knife is really dead. So watch this one. This one, look how nice that cuts. And you can get a nice, even, wonderful, thin cut if you want to plate things beautifully. It just does such a beautiful job. Is it raining out? It sounds like it's raining here. You see? So you're cutting thin pieces of sausage, Michigan, 5 DJ glasses, yes sir. So you see? So that's how you would know. This is what they call a utility knife. So tomato, tough skins, sausages, things like that. It's that simple. Cheeses with a nice rind on it. Did you take a knife course during culinary school? Absolutely. I think we spent, I don't even know, a very long time. This is a Pampered Chef knife. It's pretty much dead. I'll probably use this to sharpen and show you. Do I eat carbs? Not yes, but I'm more like I eat organic food. That's how I look at stuff. Clean food. That's what we do here. Clean, organic, good, whole foods. I pretty much make everything that I eat for the most part. Yes, sir. I'm getting to that.
You're the realest human being.
Did it work?
Yep.
Baking soda and lemon juice?
I gotta get some more.
Woohoo! I told you.
Can I eat some of this?
Yes, help yourself. What do you think about Costco knives? So what I was looking at over here at M-Cool. Oh wait, hold on. I don't make sourdough bread. I don't. I can, but I haven't made it in years. So
I'm going. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
you're going to the gym? These are, I would say, what we'd call a Costco knife. Now, the only thing about these, they're great and they're like a utility knife, but they don't hold their sharpening. Let food be your remedy. Yes. They don't hold the sharpness. So you're constantly either honing it or having to actually do it by a sharpening tool. So that would be the only thing that I would say about them. But if you like them, I call these knives, and they're like that. They're like a Restaurant Depot, or they're just throwaway knives to me. But they work and they have a job. If I want to do something, but I don't want to beat up my expensive knives, that's what I'll use. All right, hold on. I have to set another goal. Whoop, whoop. Okay, here we are. You can have all that. You want it all? Mm-hmm. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. All right, hold on, guys, and then we'll get back to knives. I think that worked. Yes. Okay. When to use a Costco, hold on. When to use coarse or fine on my sharpening tool. So let's talk about that for a sec. Give me a couple more minutes. Let me just show you the rest of the knives and then I'm gonna show you the sharpening tool. So that's this. So this is a tomato knife. I think it's kind of stupid. I don't think we need it. Thank you for my DJ glasses. I kind of prefer this one, although I did use this till it doesn't work anymore, and it's been sharpened so much. You can see the serrated edge is pretty much gone. And I was in cooking school in 1995, so it's been that long. So, but I don't want to give it away because it was like out of my first knife kit. So, all right. Then I have two bigger serrated knives. A little different. I would consider this one a bread knife just because of the curve. It has that like Japanese edge. And this is great for bread, sandwiches. You can even sometimes cut a brisket with it, although I like a clean knife, but I like this bread knife. It's nice. Now this one, because it's pointed, I think it's more of a slicing knife, but you can also use it for as a bread knife. Both work. And they're both wonderful. Now these are both original from my knife kit, and they're both from my original stuff. This is a classic Wustorf, and it's I think this is close to it, either 9 or 10 inch. Nope, it's about a 9-inch knife. And it's good to have a serrated knife. Tomatoes, foods with tough exteriors, soft interior. You're slicing a roast beef, you could do it with that. A tough skinned meat, like if you formed a crust over a meat or something like that, it works. All right? And I'm gonna show you how to sharpen these too. All right, and then the two last knives that I use a lot in my kitchen. One is a cleaver. He is super tired, and I have used him a lot. I use him for hard squashes, winter squash. Remember what I said about the steel? The steel is wonderful. I want a cleaver. I love cleavers. Hi, Cindy. I want a cleaver. So what I love, can you pin my comment, please? Copper, I don't see your comment. Hold on. I do not see your comment. If you could say it again, that would be helpful. So what you do with this steel, like I said a little bit earlier, a steel is not a sharpener. It is what you use. Welcome, little Felix. It is what you use to straighten the edge of your knife in between sharpening. And it's a 20-degree angle that you want to put that on, and you're kind of putting a little bit of pressure and driving it back and forth. Your steel stays steady. I personally like the flat steels a little bit better. You have a lot more control when you're sliding that knife. A lot of people like to do it this way, so you're not going to chop your block off, but I've always done it this way, so it's the way I do it. Probably not the best way, probably going to do it this way, but I never got that angle right, so I always have done it that way. Again, we're gonna rinse that when you hone it, and then you're just gonna wipe it off so you get that metal, all that micro metal off of your blade. And then you have this beautiful, I have a friend who's from China, and all she uses is a cleaver. Hey Nate, how are you? What about the knife sharpeners you hold on the counter edge and you drag knives through? Nick, those are cool. Look at how nice, look at how fine this is. This could even be like a potato chip. It's that thin. That's how nice a cleaver cuts. Look at that. And you're not gonna get that from knives that are, over the counter, I guess. Look at how fine you can get that. Look at that. That's like a potato chip. All from the edge of this beautiful I commented again. Whatever you're saying, it's not coming through. Your comments aren't coming through, Copper. I'm sorry. Oh, really? That sounds cool. I want to see a picture. Word it differently. All right. So that's the cleaver. This is great to have if you're cutting hard goods, and you can see even if you want that fine edge, right? It does a great job because it's nice and weighted too, so you can get very thin cuts, believe it or not, and you have a lot of control on this knife. Now, a lot of people, see, I come right up on my knife. My hands are little and I need that strength right here. I think I hold my knives like that a lot too. I'm very much on the top. Sometimes I'll put my thumb on the side of the blade, but what I will never do is this. This is not a proper way to cut. So if you're doing this, start to train your hand to come around your knife. The tomato knife with the fork. Okay, what did you want to know about that? This is, what did you want to know about this? What were you asking? I always hold the blade, never with the finger. Yeah, you can't hold it. I cut the tip of my finger off on Sunday. Great, Norma, how did you do that? What did you do? Oh, what is the end for? Well, it can pick stuff up, but what it does, it's sort of like you can use it to kind of break through the skin of the tomato before you cut it, right? You go in like that, you come out, and then you cut. Did you see that? So you're kind of poking in your knife, cutting it, you bring it through, and then you can go, here's my tomato. Yeah, never with the finger on top. All right. Now, let's talk a little bit about sharpening. I wish I had all of the stuff that I used to have to sharpen. Pittsburgh! My cooking teacher had everyone pick up our knives to make sure no one's finger was on top. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is not good. You're always here. I was using the machine to chop potatoes and my finger slipped. What do you mean the machine? Like a mandolin? I cut my finger, the side of my thumb. If you can see my thumb, it's sideways. I sliced, even today that hurts thinking about it. I don't know what kind of machine you were using, but yeah, that's never fun. All right, and then the last one we want to talk about is a boning knife. I'm gonna post this chart for you guys. I sort of found this and I thought it was a great way. I'm gonna post this for you. Here, let me see if I can, hold on. Maybe I can put this up here for you and you guys can screenshot it. You wanna try that? You want to screenshot this? Not sure burns are worse than cuts. Oh no, I think they're equally all horrific. Let me just mirror me and you guys can screenshot this. I found this on the internet and I thought it was a really good, simple sort of explanation for, it's hard for me to see the mirror. There you go. Did you get that screenshot? Good. So, okay, good. Gotta say, not sure, yeah. I'm sorry that hurt. That's, ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, so this is a boning knife. There's two kinds. There's a fish boning knife, which I guess this one is, it's a little bit, see, you want a boning knife to be a little bit supple. I did mirror it, right? You see how that moves? You can't do that to these. These don't have, they don't have that kind of give, you see? But the boning knife does, because it actually gets you in and around and helps you move around the meat, around the fish. I would say if I'm cutting fish, I might even use this because see how thin that is? You see? And you don't maybe need, thank you for my heart puff. You don't maybe need such a supple thing, but this is considered a fish boning knife just because of the thinness of it. A meat boning knife is a little bit thicker. A little bit thicker. Hi, Willows, Jima. I like to fillet fish. Yeah, it's fun, right? I was a floral designer for 20 years. My knife was, nobody's allowed to touch it, right? Love horses, I get it. Will that do a foot? Bone a foot? I don't know about that. That's a little weird. We're not gonna go there. We're gonna stay with food. Maybe it will take the hoof out, maybe, or a frog's leg. It could debone it. I know you're kidding. I'm pretty sure you're kidding. All right, so now I'm going to show you what I use now for, I do send my knives out, but when I can't send my knives out, or I forget, and I really have a great day too. If you're funny, you can stick around if you want. We're doing all kinds of kitchen equipment tonight for our cooking classes. Okay, so I use this electric one now. I used to have a whetstone that was really great, and it was cool. I have not seen that in a very, very long time to buy like a cool whetstone, but it actually, this is, and then I actually can still work on a TikTok ×5. Do I need to do that? Thank you for all that love. You're so cute. Thank you, Tyler. What are you making tonight? I am making you guys understand what knives are the best ones to use. That's what we're doing tonight. So I also can sharpen on a diamond. You know, you have to learn how to do that. And that's like a stone, a diamond stone, and you kind of little wet it, and then you're doing like a 40-degree angle, and you're doing this, and then you go into the other side like 5 or 6 times, and then you hone it. That's crazy. For coins. Oh my God, you're so cute. I've done that. So there's 3 spots on this that you use to hone this. The last one, so and you're doing 2 slots on each side, so it has the perfect angle when you put your knife in. This is an electric one. It's by Chef's Choice. I think I put it in my kitchen essentials. I've had it for a really long time. And it works fabulously. I do really, what are you doing? What are you up to, little man? It works really, really well. I like that. Yep, that's what we're doing, Amy. So you pull it nice and slow on both sides. 1, 2, 1, 2. The middle one is sort of, to really refine it if it's very, very dull. And then the last one, you pull through, it sort of like cleans it up a little bit, and then you're ready to go. So now we're gonna try this. It's really nice and sharp. I'm gonna give it a little honing with my steel. Where did I put that?
You're gonna hone it?
Yeah. That's a straightening of the edge. Ooh, I can feel how nice that is. I don't think this one needs to go any further. Oh, you can see all the metal. Lisa says, hi, Izzy. Can you see all that metal? All the metal fragrance? Love her pants. Yeah. She's an Eagles fan. The birds. All right, watch. I should have showed you how it was.
Whoa.
Sorry, sweetheart.
You want to practice cutting one of these English muffins?
Yes, now, which tool would we use?
A frozen knife. Or, I don't know.
You're going to use the serrated knife.
I love these.
You do? Don't they have dairy in them, though?
They have a little bit of butter.
A little bit. Oh, that doesn't bother you too much, right?
Goat cheese and butter do nothing to me. Ooh, I'm gonna have some goat cheese with the salami. Look. I'm gonna do another round of this in like an hour.
Can we wait and just kind of defrost it for a few minutes?
No, put it in the toaster oven.
Yeah, let's do that because it's too frozen and I don't want to slip and cut myself. That wouldn't look very good. All right, let's try this. Did you guys see how much that was? Great live example, yes. You see that? I mean, we couldn't do that before. Let's see this one. This one I haven't cut yet. I should have done it before and after. Are you done sticking your hand in there? I don't want to cut you. Here.
That was hurtful.
No, I just don't want you to. Yeah, it would be hurtful if I slipped and cut your fingers, you know. Yes, you could. See? You see how much harder that was? I'm in pain now. Oh, Norma, it has a heartbeat, right? Look at that. It's not as easy. So, I'm not even, I know that feeling. When I did it with the mandolin, the pain lasted a week. It was awful. Ugh, I can still feel it. All right, watch this. Tyler, you are setting such a good gifter example today. Now, I want to show you, do I still have oh gosh, there used to be a little tray in this. I don't see it. Hold on. Is it still here? Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can get this out. How does it work? Oh, no. Oh, my tray is gone. There used to be a little tray under that would catch the metal. And gotta get you to C4. Yeah, we lost it again, right? So annoying. All right, so watch this. We're gonna do this knife, and then you're gonna see how much easier it is to cut. All right, I'm gonna go to the second stage, and I'm only gonna, can you hear the difference in the fineness of that? All right, let's rinse that. Woo! I'm just gonna hone this real quick. All right. When you have a knife that's really sharp, you know, it doesn't really matter what you're cutting. Usually you can just get through sort of everything, you know? You see? I need that sharpener, Chef Liz. I think I posted it for you guys on my Kitchen Essentials page. I think I put it up there tonight. certainly my pots are there and knives. This is really good. All right, now, that's your knives. Any questions about knives before we move on? It's pretty cool. I mean, I like old school. Like, I'll still, if I had my diamond, I think it's upstairs somewhere in my old knife kit. I don't mind sharpening with like a diamond because that's what I learned on. And
Like
I
a real
do.
diamond?
No, it's a diamond stone, they call it. And then I have a whetstone. I used to have the whetstone. That I don't have. It's hot. All right. When you walk through a kitchen, obviously, whenever you're in a kitchen, especially if you even have a family party and you gotta walk,
Or if
you gotta put it like this. You know, never walk with your knife like this. You never do that. If you're handing somebody
This
a
won't
knife,
get you
you
banned
turn it
online.
around and you do this. What?
This won't get you banned.
No,
online.
because it's food. We're cooking. It's a cooking show.
I'm ready to lock into this second.
There you go, love. So, you know, always, you know, make sure I have two yes, I love them both. I mean, you can't get better than that. But you always hand it this way. And if a knife is falling, if you hit it or you drop it, you gotta jump back. Do not try and catch a knife. You will cut yourself. Can you talk about using your shoulder movement with knives? Sure. So the correct knife stance, I'm left-handed, so it's gonna look a little different for you, but if you're left-handed or right-handed, right? You're always gonna be, if you're left-handed, you're gonna be this way, right? Yeah, this way. So I'm gonna hold my knife from this way. If you're right-handed, you're gonna, oh, yes, thank you, Lady Boss. I was just thinking about that. Let's talk about that in a minute. So when you do this, you always kind of like on an angle and your feet are a little bit apart, shoulder length apart. I don't know what she's doing over there. She's making food, and then, should I tell them what you're doing? Do you care?
So yeah, so I self-tan frequently every single week, and I cannot for the life of me get a self-tan remover. So I finally figured out that baking soda and
Who helps you figure that out?
my mother. Baking soda and lemon will get it off. So I'm gonna do 2 rounds of this tonight, and then I'll be able to self-tan. You think it will bother me? You think I can still self-tan tonight if I take like?
I would let your
soap?
skin breathe a little bit.
No, not in terms of health and your weirdness. I need more of a paste consistency, and I'm not getting that.
All right. So when you're cutting, and then obviously you've always heard them say bear claw, you're always protecting. You're using your knuckles. So, I know she's crazy, right?
Look, I got my piece.
You know, against your hand. That way, the chances of you cutting yourself like this are a lot less than if you're putting your hands like this. Your weirdness, I know, right? Your healthy weirdness.
But you're a little dramatic.
I'm dramatic. It's the
Yeah.
largest organ in your body.
And, I'm
And
all
you're
tattooed,
smothering
too.
it with chemicals.
Organic chemicals. And all chemicals are organic, Mom, by the way.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, this is my lemon paste.
Well, she's removing the self-tan. I wound up in a tragic tanning accident. Now I'm invited to every cookout. You're so stupid.
Who said that?
I love Rob. He cracks me up. So look, see how nice that slice? Look at that. So you want to keep your shoulders straight. You
Look
don't
at
want to
that.
hunch over.
Look at
You
that
kind of want to
perfect
keep your back.
consistency.
That looks great. Looks
So
very scrubby.
excited.
You want to put that in a bowl?
I'm gonna create my own self-tan remover.
I think you should. I bet if you
I make
I
so
should
much
put that.
fucking money. Do not steal my.
I think I should put that online and it'll be
That'll
a
go viral.
huge viral video. She's so cute, Mary Love. Really is.
Cute as shit.
Maybe we should do that. A mother-daughter self-tan remover video.
Not when I look like a naked cat.
A naked cat?
That's what I look like right now. I have no makeup on, my hair is wet.
Hi, Abith. What is she making? She's making an organic tan
People are more
remover.
interested in my thing.
What does she use for self-tan? What do you use for self-tanner,
I
Is?
use the 2 hour Saint Tropez express
Copyright
tan,
first.
but I use it all day, like all night. It stays on for 15 hours. Can they hear me?
I think they can hear you. Hi, Sunny Debs. I already copyrighted Izzy. It's 25 cents to use my brand. All right. So, all right, that's our knives. So now, you saw how to cut with them. You saw the way, which ones we use for what. Now, let's talk about pots. Why remove the self-tanner? Now, isn't that a good question?
Because it gets patchy. So after a week, it gets patchy. Hold on. It's mostly off right now, but hold on.
Did you get it off your feet?
Yeah, look.
Oh, God, Is. You got to soak your toes.
Yeah, but it looks a lot better than it did.
Okay.
Well, now I have this amazing lemon juice trick. Isabel asked me to teach her how to self-tan. I'm so excited.
Oh, she wants to do it now?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Everyone always self-tans after I
After you teach them, exfoliate before you apply self-tanner. It'll help.
No, I know.
Amy said that.
Yes. I've been doing this for like
Yes.
6 years.
So I'm gonna do that right now. Advice to handling knives. So we talked about it being at your side.
Don't stab yourself with it.
You don't pass the knife like this. Just like yes.
that common sense?
No, not for everybody.
That's sad.
And the new nickname alert, Patch Adams.
Rob?
We need 3 more DJ glasses. You're cute, Janet. And then thank you. And I do a dance too. And a little song.
Don't do that.
Why not? I like doing that. They like it too.
I'm gonna have
They like when I'm fun.
Rosé.
Sparkling. Okay, so then you're gonna hand the knife with the handle this way, right? So that when somebody
That's what
takes
I-
it, they're not grabbing, obviously that. And then, okay. And then always use the right knife for the,
Let's go.
I love that she recognizes me now. It's the best. Like, oh, listen, Mr. DJ. You guys are great. Don't do that. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. So, Charge Shy, thank you for my heart. So, I think that's really important. So, a lot of people, they'll take out a serrated knife, like a steak knife, and try and cut. If you enjoy cooking, invest in the equipment that you need. If you were going to be a carpenter, look at the difference. Can you see that? Oh, I almost cut my finger. You did not.
Captain! I can't.
You just took all that time and you
He's
just.
an evil little rat. I wanted to show it to him. He knocked it out of my hand.
Well, you don't do that to a dog.
Jackson, we're not talking right now.
So did you guys see that? Like what a choppy mess. Look. This is not the right. She showed her English muffin that she just spent 10 minutes making to Jackson, our big dog, and he slapped it out of her hand and ate it. I mean, come on. I thought we were just talking about common sense. Okay, so it's so crazy. Did she like the donuts? Yes, the donuts are gone. I think there's some cookies left. If we get to it, I will do it with you. But do you see? Look at the difference. Look at the difference of chopping a tomato with a steak knife. Good for Jackson. I know. Let's be honest. We all would have done the same thing. Of course. Okay, so look. So you're going to take a steak knife and you're going to try and cut this. It's not going to go through. You can't get that. See, you just, no matter how hard you try, you're going to make a mess. So then you come and you pick a real tomato knife or a utility knife, and now look at the difference. Can you see that? Hey, Mystical. So much better. La. Yeah, exactly. That's how I see it, Copper. All right, so you guys get it? Always use the knife. What's that pretty thing? What is that? What was that? A safari hat? Norma, I love that. I think that's our first safari hat. So you guys see how I did that, right? Makes a big difference. Keep your knives sharp. If you're gonna invest in good knives, invest in a sharpener. Look at this. I love that. What was that crazy? Slice that lemon. Wait, I can slice a lemon. Now, all right guys, here's a test. What are we slicing a lemon with? Which knife? Which is gonna be the best knife to slice a lemon with? The cookies and donuts were a B+. They were not an A+. What are we slicing a lemon with? Robin, you're not allowed to say because you were in this profession. Paring knife? Okay. Chef knife, paring? No. I would be doing it with a utility. A knife. Yes, totally a knife. So watch, we're gonna use all of those. Yep, a serrated knife. So let me show you. Let me show you each one, and then you'll see the difference. We could also use this big heavy paring knife. That might work, but let's try it. So we're gonna use our paring knife. Now, a paring knife is gonna do the job. It will go through this very well. It's sharp, it's good, but what's gonna happen to this knife over time if you're always cutting lemon with it? It's gonna get a little bit dull, right? So the idea is that you wanna pick the right knife. Now look, this is a very thick knife. In my Eddie Murphy voice, I want the knife. Wait, Eddie Murphy voice, let me think. How does his voice go? I can't do it, I don't know. Acid, yeah, you wouldn't use a carbon steel knife at all. But anyway, so this one, look, I'm just drilling down. It's going nowhere, and I'm putting pressure on it, so this doesn't work. A chef's knife, it's gonna do the job, but look, still the same. Are you a racist? A racist? A racist? I don't think I am. No, somebody, first last, on brand was just talking about using an Eddie Murphy voice. That's why I said that. I'm many things, but that I am not. So this serrated knife is gonna work the best, watch. It's gonna go right through. Did you see that? You see how nice that cuts? That just cut through pits too. I don't even go above the speed limits. You see? Hey Brad, how's it going? Nice straight cut, right? So that would be what you use your serrated. So you want to make sure that you know. And before, guys, I put this up so that you could photograph it. It's like a little chef sort of knife cheat sheet, and I'll post this in the book of Face too for you guys. Hey King. Oh, you know him. And you're giving me crap. Thanks a lot. Mine's off QVC 40 years ago. All right. You're welcome. Brings back to my food prep days with lemons. Yeah, exactly. I'm fast at many things, but not racing. There you go. All right. Now, next, proper grip and cutting technique makes all the cutting safer, right? So that little bear claw, get used to that practice. It's very important. You know? You always want to follow your hand. It makes a big difference. It keeps you safe, right? Protects your fingers. Yes, cutting onions, exactly. Let's see, so we did all those. And then, you know, I think also there's something to be said like we just did with a steak knife. Don't do that to yourselves. Get yourselves like good knives. We need more shares, yes. So a couple of things. So if you want to look at knives, I picked out a set of knives from Henkel that are wonderful. And hey Joshua, and if you go to the link in my bio and you scroll all the way to the very bottom, it says my kitchen essentials. And when you go in there, there's some knives in there that you can look at and check out. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, at least it gets you started into looking at good knives. And at the very least, you want to have a decent chef knife, a decent paring knife, and maybe, you know, like this type of a knife with the ridges. You stupid mom. I'm not repeating that. All right, so now let's talk about equipment, cooking equipment, pots and pans. When do we use what? And for what do we use it? All right? You're so funny. You guys are crazy. All right. We did the boning knives. All right, here we go. Let's talk. Okay, here's our mess. Somebody's going to pick on this all night. Did you tell me you're not in the shop on Thursdays? Wednesdays. I'm off on Wednesdays. I'm there Thursday. I'm there every day but Wednesday and Saturday. All right, let me put this on the side. So stop cutting with your steak knives and buy yourself good knives. That's all I have to say. Any questions about knife use? Make salsa. Oh yeah, with all of that? All right. Now, let's talk about pots. You guys have heard me talk about pots a lot. And my very favorites are, what do you call it? Cast iron. Hello, baby. Cast iron. What would you do without my aunt? You crack me up. So they're fun for me. I'm totally digging it. I have to be careful because I tend to read comments out loud before I know what they actually say, but I got to be careful when I see your comments. I try and read them first. All right. I don't want to get in trouble. I've stayed mostly out of the trouble spot on this app. I'm trying to stay there. Yeah, we're going to talk about Le Creuset. So these are Lodge. Some of these are Lodge. Some of these are old. This is a Griswold. That's an old boy. This is super old. You have your grandma's? Yeah, I know, but some of these are great. This is a Lodge. And oddly enough, which I cannot believe and how this got into my home, but this is an emerald. I don't even know how that happens. Usually I only have Lodges. So I've made mac and cheese in this. I've made cornbread skillet. I've made, this is a safe place. I've made skillet chicken in this. I love, 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 love cast iron. You'll see a set of Lodge on that, because a couple of people asked me to post a lot of the stuff that we'd be talking about tonight. So I definitely know I have cast iron on that. But you know, you can find cast iron anywhere. So I love this pan for stuff like that. I can bake in this. You could do, you could make monkey bread. You can bake cinnamon rolls. You can make mac and cheese. Spatchcock chicken with veggies. Yep. Yes, anything. You could roast a chicken in this. You could pretty much make anything in this pot. Beef stew. Maybe it might not be deep enough. You might need a Dutch oven for that. But this is a wonderful pot and very essential. If you have trouble though picking things up or being too much, I think this goes to, this is 11 pounds, the scale. So let's see. Yeah, I love cast iron. Some people might have a little hard time though. Oh yeah, it's over 11 pounds. Shepherd's pie. Ah, that's a great one. So that's from my great aunt. Yeah, I have more inside. I even have the little tiny ones. Let me show you. When I'm catering or doing a little fancy dinner party, I just found another one. This is super old. This doesn't even have a label of who this is. This one's really old. I love it. I have these little ones, so when I'm doing like dinner parties or something, I'll use these little guys and serve individual portions of things. So I've used these for dessert. I've used these for like a little, like maybe one fried egg. Yeah, they're probably just older. So I use this for everything. I'm sending my daughter to school with some of these because I just think they're wonderful to have, easy to clean, and now how do you keep them good? You have to keep them dry. If you're gonna put soap, I would never put soap on these. I'd spray and wash. Like if you have a sprayer on your kitchen. These sponges work, a paper towel, but they're almost like a non-stick. So you don't really want to mess with them too much because the more they get in, the more love they have and the more food. That's what makes them wonderful. That's what makes them wonderful. Oh, we're still in C5. We can't get out of C5. Okay, now the next brand of pot that I use, and we're gonna go over these a lot, is my stainless steel. And I have the All Chef, the All Clad Master Chef ones. Yeah, they're porous and they need to be seasoned. A lot of the new ones come a little seasoned, but what I do is I bake them in the oven for like 30 minutes on 350 or 400. And then when I get them out, I put a little oil on them and just let them sit. Very little. Like when I talk about oil, let me show you. Thanks for the follow. We're 10,000 away. Woo woo. We have a half an hour left. Wow, we spent a lot of time on knives. All right. I mean, you really don't need a lot. You see? I mean, that was a little spot. Paper towel, lady boss. Pretty cool, right? So, very simple. Oh, hey, we have the same last name. Hey, Katie. French Canadian. Gagnon. Are you from here? Are you from the States? Is your family French Canadian? My husband's family is French Canadian. All right. Next. So that's it. I mean, they're very easy. It is fun, right, lady? How are you? Dad's side is French Canadian. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my husband's whole family is, one side is French Canadian, the other side is like Irish. They're all over in Ireland, which is fun. We get to go both places. I'm drinking some water. Whoop. Same. Maybe. Oh, that's interesting. We could be related. Although Gagnon, did you notice Gagnon is as popular as Smith in the States? Have you noticed that? Because a lot of people will go, hey, I know somebody with that name. Are you related to? And I'm like, I don't know. Do you have a favorite pots and pan brand? Yes, Tiffany. It is MasterChef. And again, I posted the.
It is MasterChef. And these are all clad. It's not MasterChef. They're called All Clad, which is nuts, right? Yeah, we could be. It's so popular. That's true. So these are All Clad, and it's the MasterChef line. So these pans are stainless steel, and I think they're that 1810, which is pretty high. And then they have an aluminum core, which makes the stainless steel kind of cook very evenly. What are you doing? You're like a 3-year-old jumping around. I mean, I don't mind, but she's going back. Oh, DJ glasses, DJ. Oh, they're on you now. Dance. I bet Robin snapped a picture of that. I hope you got a picture, Robin.
Awesome.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Lou Mag.
Here's my paste.
Yeah, she has beautiful eyes. Oh, you got your paste? Look at you. This is our secret tan remover sauce. Farmer? That's so cool. We got more DJ glasses. DJ. Come on, man. You leaving?
Yep.
You leaving the crazy world? All right, so let's talk about all the
in Master Chef all clad fun. All right, I think I have them all. I've had, oh, and I have like 2 more big ones, but I'm not gonna pull them out. It's too many. And I have all the lids. So here's all our fun pans. Look at this. Woo! What do you use them all for? I got the shot, you did. It's HexClad, the same. No, I have those. Let me show you. HexClad is what people are using now for... They're using these for induction. So when I use induction, I'm using the HexClad. I'm a little afraid of this. I don't really understand it too much, and I'm trying not to read too much into it yet because I don't want to know that it's terrible for me yet. But when I use this, I use that really wonderful. We're going to talk about small wares if we get to it, or maybe next week we'll do it because I really want to be off by 9 tonight. I got to get you guys a whole bunch of stuff. But this is, I love this. This is Williams Sonoma. Get this. It's wonderful. Never ever put your spatulas, any rubber spatulas and knives, never ever 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 go in the dishwasher. Oh, and knives never go in a sink. One way to cut yourself is put a knife in the sink. Yeah, it's offset, but it's like it's just a really cool spatula. It's a little more supple here, a little tighter on this end, but it gets into all the nooks and crannies. I love this thing, and it's heat resistant. I mean, what's better than that? Offset hockey stick. I learned that watching Barney. What, the knife thing? Never put them in the sink? I'm gonna take my sweater off, hold on. Oh, never putting them in the sink? That could be. All right, so let's talk about some of these pots. So stainless steel pots, they're versatile, they're good for browning and searing. Bye, Lisa, thanks for being here. French Canadian hockey, see? Cast iron's best for high heat. I have my notes, so I am, because I'm talking too fast. And they go from the stove top also right into the oven, which is great. And then glass and ceramic bakeware. Like, remember the old, I was using one last night. It was Pyrex and then Corningware. Remember all of those? Those are great casseroles and oven. You know, they're great for that. Baking dishes. Yeah, remember? Carrie, I mean, we all have those sets. I have quite a few pieces and I love them. Love you, Brenda. All right, so now let's talk about some of these pots. So what do you use for what? This and this would be considered, these two are considered sauce. Corningware, I know, they live forever. These are sauce pots, right? And you boil water, you make pasta, you make grains. They're good for all of those things. Small batches, I mean, I would never use these for soup, but if you had a small, you know, if you're just cooking for one, you could make a little small soup in here. That's what you're using these sauce pots for. This one I believe is 4, and this is 2 quarts. 2 quart, 4 quart. They're very heavy pots. Did you ever use the glass pots called Visionware? I have not. I would be very worried to use that. I don't like using my Pyrex. Oh, Veg Nurse. You guys should come to the vegetarian cooking class next week. So tomorrow night we're doing 1 pot meals. If you still can get in, if you want to get in, you can click the link in the bio. And then this Sunday is the vegetarian vegan cooking class. We're doing tofu, some zucchini fritters. We have some really cute. Oh, you're in both? Bring her. Have her come. She'll really enjoy it. You know, it's good to get them early, understanding nutrition and stuff. So this is like 2 1/4 pounds. Hi, Angel. And then this one is just as heavy, another 2 pounds. Yes, and tonight is the last night, Heather, to buy the pre-sale of the Cleanse book. It's gonna drop tomorrow, right after the Cleanse class that we're doing. It's 227 pages, and there's over 60 recipes in there. And what I did, you're gonna get everything you need to know about a cleanse and how to prepare for one, how to eat 5 days prior to the cleanse, then what cleanses to use during the spring, winter, summer, fall. So it's huge. There is so much information. There's even a quiz in there. What's the right cleanse for you? So you can actually take a quiz and figure out. It's like a 5-question quiz, and from that, it'll recommend the correct cleanse for you to do. Copper pots, I don't know a lot about copper pots. What I do know is like I would make whipped cream in a copper pot. That's all I know. She's good with a knife. That's awesome. Uh-oh, she's got the bug. She goes, no, Grandma, do it this way. Invite her to the class. You should have her come. She'll have a good time. Hi, Liz, just for... is today just... No, Mary, it's for everybody. Everybody should have access to this class. This is usually our Tuesday night Q&A, and we are sort of doing everything tonight. I wanted... Usually I'm setting my goal. Okay. Usually I'm sitting at my 100 tiny dinies. Okay, sir. Hold on. Hold, please. The tiny dinies disappeared. All right, here they are. All right, we're setting the goal. Here we go. 100s. Done. All right, it should have worked. Let me see. Yes, it's in. Okay, get to it. All right, next is a saute pan. So that's, you have like a sort of a curved lid. It's got a flat bottom. It's easy to like move around. It's a little lighter handle. You're sauteing. You could do a little pan fry, searing fish, searing a steak. Although if I was searing, I would probably most likely use either my cast iron, antique copper pots and pans. I just display them. That sounds beautiful. I would probably, let me do a little research and I'll see if I can put a note for you. Let me go back one, and I want to show you this. We used it tonight, so it's a little dirty. It hasn't been cleaned yet. I threw everybody out of the kitchen so I could teach the class. But this is my Le Creuset, and I bought organic vinegar. What is that good for? What kind of vinegar? You bought it because you like the bottle. What flavor vinegar is it? So this has the press top. It's very, very heavy. They made burgers in here, so it's a little dirty, but this is the best fry pan on the planet. I freaking love this thing. It's like cast iron. It's just wonderful. Very, very rice vinegar. Oh, so rice vinegar is, you can use that like in Asian cooking, dumplings. You can make like a sesame ginger dressing and use that. You're welcome, Copper. All of those things. Great for pork rolls. Yes, that is true. Send to support show twice. Okay, so and then we did the cast iron skillets. Skillets are like searing meats, baking cornbread, and I consider this a little bit of like a skillet. I like this pan. I never tested it. Yeah, I would do stuff like that. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. So I sort of call this a skillet, and I use it for, I actually roast chickens in here. Wow, June. Thank you, my love. Uh-oh, Aaron is not to be outdone. Here he comes with the tiny dinies. Thank you. And then, did your hubby love the cake? Yes. I have a paella pan. You want to see it? Hold, please. So this is like Le Creuset. I had to dig for a minute. But this is a paella pan. This is French. It's Stab. It is so freaking pretty. I know, I love this pan. We should make paella one night. I love this pan. Look how pretty and awesome it is. It's so pretty. I love this. So Henkel and Stab are kind of together. All right, we'll do that. Thank you for all the Go Popular. Does the rice vinegar taste like regular vinegar? It's very light. Oh, the little bit. She's upstairs scrubbing her tan again. Paella is like a rice and fish dish. It's got saffron in it and rice, and it has like meats or fish, a lot of shrimp. I forget. I was just reading something about paella, and it was a little surprising to me what classic paella actually had in it, and it was an ingredient I didn't expect, and I can't remember what it was, but it's beautiful. I mean, it's sort of the scallops maybe, yeah, but nope, it wasn't capers. Yeah, you could make it vegetarian, yes, but the original. Somebody Google it for me. The original paella was not with fish. It was with an ingredient that caught me off guard, because I know paella to be rice, shrimp, maybe a little sausage, sort of like a jambalaya, right? The French, when you go down to Cajun cooking, right? A jambalaya, chorizo, rabbit. Thank you, Robin. Rabbit. I was very shocked. But that makes sense, right? French countryside, they're making paella with rabbit. Rabbit is the thing. That is the original paella. We should do it with rabbit. I'm thinking rabbit. And try it. Haven't done it, but I would try it. So I do a lot of jambalaya, and tomorrow night I'm doing a vegetarian jambalaya in our one pan. No, we raise meat rabbits. See? Carrie knows. So my Spanish roots live roots live rabbit, yeah. Poor bunny. I know. All right, so this is my paella pan. Boy, I should just take you behind the scenes to my closet and we just dig in there. And I mean, there's every kind of pot. There's so much. In fact, I think I'm going to be able to make a collection of pots for Izzy when she goes to school next week. I think I'm going to have a good collection. Do I like pasta? Every Wednesday and Sunday night, from when I was a little peanut all the way till I left home, I ate pasta. I'm over the pasta. My kitchen actually isn't huge. It's a small space. What you see is pretty much what you get. I mean, I have a little mess I'm not going to show you today, but yes, but I just made a coloring book about pasta. Really? That sounds so fun. I know, she got here in May. She was here 3 months. You love pasta? I'm over pasta, and now I have to be gluten-free, so I'm trying to ignore that I can't eat it. So these are all like skillets, saute pans. They come in all different ways. Depends on what you're cooking. Where do you hide your pots? It's called endless possibilities. Yes, I love that. I have a drawer full here, and then the rest I stack in the back, and then I have a lot of pots. My big stock pots are here for sauces, pasta, all kinds of stuff. This is my littlest stock pot, also the all-clad. Yeah, listen, like I always tell you, Mystical, you can do anything with anything. We can mix and match all the time. Depende for your thoughts. I love that. So these are all my stock pots. I make different stocks now and then, and chicken, lamb, whatever, and then I store it in my freezer and use it for that. So these are all my stock pots. And then the last two kinds of pots, this is an interesting pan, because what I do with this a lot of times is I'll make like a stew or like a chicken cacciatore or chicken and dumplings, or I'll pan sear if I'm doing a lot for friends. Like the other night I made a pumpkin fried rice in here. So it's just one of those sort of all-purpose, 8 more tiny dinies to hit the goal. That's crazy. You're gluten-free? Yeah, I mean, a lot of what I do here, we transfer back and forth to gluten-free. Like last night we were baking in our subscriber-only class. Thank you, June. And I do a lot, Red Watch, I do a lot of gluten-free. I happen to just have become gluten-free. My daughter is supposed to be gluten-free. We just made angel food cake that was gluten-free and anisette cookies. So I interchange things to be gluten-free. I have a soup cookbook that came out. It's my first book, enamel-coated pots. This is enamel-coated. I don't know if I would do enamel-coated pots, but for specialty things, I do some enamel coating. But you have to be very careful. That's where this tool comes in extremely handy. We're doing detox tomorrow. Yep. We're going to be talking about sugar detox since we made all that sugar. You got me to 2%. 7% of C5. So tomorrow you'll be C4. Nice. You guys are rock stars. All right, now, I don't know, we covered most things. Oh, and then we have a wok. This is a stir fry, we're stir frying in this. You could even deep fry or you could steam in this pan. If you have like one of those little bamboo steamers and you wanted to put it right in here. I want to get that pan now. I nanny a Chinese family wife. Thyroid issues, suggestions. So, Russian princess, if you want, you can book a call with me. I do a lot of that kind of work and create menus for people and recipes for specific issues. If you need that help, happy to help you. You can book a call through my store. And also, I do have quite a bit of information. I think it's specifically Hashimoto's focused on the Book of Face page. So if you want to check that out, I can help you do that. Red Watch, thank you for the follow. If you're new here, you want to click in the link in the bio. You want to there's a pantry makeover in there about how to transition your kitchen from, standard American diet to organic foods, how to get rid of stuff, what kind of labels to look for, all that good stuff. And then join the Book of Face, join YT. Yes, I mean, all of these pots you can get anywhere. If you want to see exactly what I'm talking about tonight, you can also go to the link in my bio, scroll all the way to the very bottom and look at the My Kitchen Essentials page. I don't put anything on there. Thank you, Brittany. I don't put anything on there that I don't actually use. I don't sell stuff to sell it. And it's, I don't care what, does it help me if you buy it from me? I mean, I think on that, the link that it takes you to, it's like pennies. So I just want you to see what I'm doing. Oh, the double bottoms? Yeah, I don't, my double bottoms in my kitchen have like separated, believe it or not. That's how much we use those pots. All right, and then the last tool I think that's really important in terms of smallwares. Oh, we got a few more minutes. Let me go over some smallwares with you. Hi, if you know, you know. Hold on. Let me put this over here. And if you are going to use, well, this one happens to be a non-stick for the induction. You can see the induction plate here. But if you are going to use non-stick, look at your non-stick. If you have any scratch at all in your non-stick, it has to be destroyed. You have to get rid of it. You cannot, what's the stop sign for? You cannot, you can't use it. It's emitting chemicals. And if you really love your non-stick and it has no scratches in it, and you don't want to get scratches in it, remember this tool. I don't make any money on this tool, but it's a beautiful tool to work with. And then when you clean a nonstick, obviously, you know, and the stainless steel, these are the sponges you're using. And oh, by the way, if your sponge doesn't look like this, and it's black or it's got caca on it or it smells funny, please throw it out and use a new sponge. That's just a PSA announcement. Can you show us how you would wash the cast iron pan? Sure. Well, if it's not dirty, really, I mean, for me, this is seasoned, right? It might look like it's dirty, but yes, as far as you can. Correct, Robin. So it doesn't, for me, this isn't really dirty. But what I'll do is if I do have dirt on it and I need to wash it, hold on, let me move these pans out of the way. And because I want to show you how I put it on the fire. You know, and what I love about my Master Chef and the all clad, hey Amanda, what I love about this, the other one, which one, the big guy, the big boy, one of them has a little rust in it. I can show you how I take that out if you want to see that. What I love about these is I've had these pots since 1995, since I went to cooking school. Scrubbers you got from, oh no, I would use those little that scrubber thing. I would use that if I had a hard stain to take out. I use these in the kitchen. I probably was not cleaning them properly. I'll show you. So I've had them a long time. They last forever. So the investment is, you know, for a forever pan. You won't have to buy them again. And I believe they have, I think they have a lifetime warranty. Okay, so if I have gross stuff on it, like here, this one has a little, so I'm going to use soap on this only because, and I'm going to use the back of my sponge because it has rust and I got to get that out, right? So I'm going to do a little work on this pan. I would not put soap in a cast iron pan if I didn't have, and I could use a little baking powder. I have some here. A little baking soda will work to get the rust out. Oh, the Le Creuset. Oh, okay. Oh, how to clean that? Yes, I can show you that. See, and that baking soda with a little soap takes all the rust out. So I'll rinse that. I got it out. Yes, classes are up $25 and they're quiet. There's no scrolling going on. You get to work with me live. There's only 20 people in the classes. Tomorrow night we're doing one pot meals. I think I'm making chicken pot pie. Oh no, Thursday night. Chicken pot pie and dumplings. We're making a jambalaya, a vegetarian jambalaya. Salt and potato, yep, salt and lemon, any of those things always works. And then once that dries, I will, what do you call it? Oh my God, I can't speak. I will do, hold on, I'm gonna show you. I will put a little bit of oil in that. Jambalaya, yeah, it's gonna be vegetarian jambalaya. Okay, so I have a little water in this pan. It has, you know, the frying from the burgers tonight. And what I do is I take a butter knife and I sort of scrape all that out. And remember, this is cast iron, so I'm not really hurting it. But for me, there's also a tool that I have, but it never really seems to get it all out. Let me see if I have it. It's like a scraper tool. It's plastic and it has like a rib on it. see it. In my junk drawer tool box. So you can do this, or you can, if it freaks you out to do that, I also have these little tools, like a grill, and it's got the metal teeth on it. And I oil my cast iron, yeah. Many a butter knife, yes. It doesn't really ruin the butter knife. My butter knife's okay. And then I just kind of I use this a lot. And I just scrub it. And it comes out pretty easy. And then I use this thing. I have had a tour of the Lodge Factory. Oh my God, that must be the best. They must have so many cool different things that you don't normally see like every day. And then I just keep going till it all comes out. And that's it. And then I just dry it. This thing doesn't rust. I love this pan. I love this pan. Thank you for my dolphin. And that's it. I just keep going till it's all clean. It's probably one of my most used pans in my kitchen. And I also have the link to this on my Kitchen Essentials page. But you can also sign up for the mailing list for Le Creuset. And now I notice twice a year they're doing a 40% off. Need 500 ice cream cones. Ay, ay, ay. All right, here we go. Don't forget your cast iron on the stove. Yep, gotcha. All right, we're gonna do 500 ice cream cones. You guys ready? That sounds like a big ice cream cone. All right, let me see if I can find it. I hope I can find it. I'm not very good at finding these things. There's a lot of cute ones. Thank you for my heart. I love that. Wait, hold on. I don't see the ice cream cone yet. Ice cream cone, ice cream cone. Where would it be? Do you have any idea? Thank you for my hearts. You guys are awesome tonight. Look at all you happy gifters. I hope I'm giving you good information that you can use. So another quick commercial break. If you click the link on my bio, join the cooking classes. They're really good. You get the recipes ahead of time, so if you want to cook with me, you can. Look at you. You look great. It looks like you for the first time in a long time. I love it. I love it. You look beautiful. Dude, can you pick something different? I can't find the ice cream cone. I don't see it. I can't find the ice cream cone. Pick something else. Can't find it. June's been to, I think, every class so far. I couldn't find the ice cream cone. Oops. I think it's on the 9th row. All right, thanks, Deanne. Let me try.
Are you still doing this?
Just for a few more minutes. We have a few more things to do. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Confetti, nope. I don't have the ice cream cone.
Nope.
How do I not have an ice cream cone? Do you see ice cream cone? Oh, I found it.
Nope.
How many am I doing? 500?
8,000.
No, 500. I think he said. Oh! Hello, my love.
Hey, King.
How are you?
Good.
You having a good day?
Yeah, I'm glad I finally got my self-tan off. Look at that. Look.
It looks beautiful. You look great. I love that you did that.
Well, going back on like 2 hours.
2 hours? Woo! Thank you. Oh, only mom. Yes. So awesome. Okay, we did it. Cuddle bug. Anything that's 1 coin. Okay, good. Got it. All right. Now, so that's how I do that. All right. So now I shut this off. And look, he's all better. I'll let this cool a little bit. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Ruby. I still think you need to open class replays with recipes. Okay. I need the crab cake recipe. Kimya, you didn't do that one? You didn't join that class? All right, I'll talk to him and we'll figure it out. so anybody that bought it, they're not going to mind doing the replay. What if we do it like 30 days later? Or something like that. Well, Kimye, don't we have a meeting anyway? Maybe we can somehow fit it into your recipes. And I said, oh, and you didn't? You don't mind, Heather? That's sweet. Did you make any of the fish yet, Heather? All right, let's see. I think we got to all of my notes tonight on time. Oh, we didn't do little smallwares. Okay, the last two things that I want to talk about that if you don't have, like I know you guys have like, you know, the measuring cups and all of that. It's my fault. Oh, I mean to do that. I'm trying to like, you know, the measuring cups and all of that. It's my fault. Oh, I mean to do that. I'm trying to. My phone died. Isn't that crazy? And you guys are still here? Thank you. My phone died. That's crazy. Back. I'm back. Swipe out and back. Oh, me? I'm still here. I don't know what I said. Thank you for my ice cream. Thank you, Aaron. No, you're good. Okay. No, we're good now. Okay. No, my phone died. I thought I had it plugged in the whole time. I have no charge. It's my signal to say goodnight. It is. But I wanted to just go over. Get yourself a microplane zester. You need this. They're in the link in my bio. You know, if you want to get it, scroll all the way to the very bottom, go to the link there, and you can get this. And then an immersion blender, also there. If you have those tools and a few good knives, you can join every cooking class and we get everything done. Oh, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I do the back of my knife, whack, peel, chop. I don't do the garlic pressed because I cannot stand having to clean it. I don't do a lemon juicer. I use either a reamer, you know, the reamer, lemon reamer, or I use a fork. Hello, buddy. Hello, sweetie. All right, my friends, we did it. We're almost there, Char Strike, with the ice cream cones. Did we hit that goal? Robin said hi. Yes, you see the puppy. Veg nurse said hi. What are you doing?
My nails.
That's my kitchen scissors.
I'm sorry. Something just happened to my nail. I don't know what, but it just started really bleeding.
Great. I have a little time. We could do that. Did you enjoy this info tonight? Okay. I enjoyed it. Oh, my skin just glued together. What was that? Oh, what did you just do?
I just did the quarter out a little bit. That's funny. That's some good stuff.
You did? I'm so glad.
That won't come off.
She glued my skin together. Oh. Oh, it's glue everywhere.
Sorry.
It's all right. I love you anyway. Anyway. I'm so glad. Izzy, be kind to mom sometimes. No, she most of the time is kind. I mean, my skin literally is glued together.
You're so dramatic.
Oh.
It's your worst nightmare.
No, you are not.
No, I'm not. That is.
Oh, yeah. Chemicals glued to my skin? Yes. I don't like that.
Soaking in the biggest organ of the body.
See, you know now. I'm so glad you learned a lot tonight. There'll be a quiz tomorrow before class. Remember, you're dramatic. I know, Veg Nurse. You got that, right? I'm so dramatic. Oh, that'll do it. I hope you can get it off. Yeah, I'll get it off. It's almost off. Wait, what's today? Wednesday? Wednesday, Thursday. 8 more days. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I am so glad. 8 days till school. Woo-hoo. You ordered a book but never received it? Wendy, did you do it in July? I had to get more books. It definitely went out. You will get it. Let her cook. Yes. Okay, it's coming. My apologies. We ran out of books and there was like a gap of like a week before they came in. We know if you have girls. Oh yeah. Yes. Send her to her room. Oh yeah, that's easy. Thank you. It's coming. It went out. I just ran out of books again. 2 more things to talk about. Oh, yes, I did. I talked about this disaster, and then an immersion blender. Really quick. This is great. Love this. Sharpened scissors. New book available tomorrow. Yes. Here you go. An immersion blender. I mean, these are my favorite tools. Now, really quick. Tonight's the last night. If you want to get the cleanse at $15, the cleanse book, 227 pages. If you're into cleansing, it's an ebook. You'll download it. It's really nice. It's actually really nice. I love it. It has so much information. It's really in depth. I spent, I don't know, almost 40 hours writing it for you guys. There's menus in there, tons of recipes for every type of cleanse. I have one, but I don't know how or what to use. This, you have this, you'll just keep working with me and you will use it because we make it's soup season's coming. So we'll be making soups. I just saw a little dog at my feet. All right, you guys are great. There's something for everyone in the Stand Store. Make sure you join the Book of Face. All you have to do there is give an email, watch all the live replays on, I used a little bit for gazpacho. I know it's gonna be great. You don't have an ebook? Oh, and Tyler just, man, I love this live. Thank you, Mystical. Good night, Norma. On YT, we have a ton. Hi, Becca. My new to watch. Yes. Thank you for my flowers. They're beautiful. Char Strike, you always do that at the end of a live that you're on. That's the sweetest thing. Thank you. All right, my loves. Claim all your points. Thank you for all the love and gifts. We did great tonight. Just chefless. There you go. Okay, veg is out. Love you. Yes. So let's see. Thursday night, if you want to get in the class, you can still get in. Don't forget to get your book. Don't forget to watch the YT live video replays. Don't forget to join the Book of Face. You're in. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. We're going to talk about sugar detox. Have a wonderful night. So long. Where's the... There we go.